Hi friends, and hi to all of you. Congratulations, end of one part of your journey. Yeah. So it's nice. I'm actually addressing you guys, not them as much. Yeah. Please bear with me when I play ping pong between you all. Right. So how many of you have decided what you want to do in the future? Good. The others are like me. Yeah. Hats off to you guys if you've decided. It's okay to make course corrections during your journey. And don't come under too much of pressure to take that firm decision right now and never change that for the rest of your life. But basically move ahead. Right? Great. So for those of you over here and over there, it's a very complex world out there, right? Everything in the world is changing. So there's a wonderful term for this called VUCA. That's a volatile and ambiguous and complex world and uncertain world that's changing out there. And what happens when you get out of college or get out of school is you have no idea what the syllabus is going to be. Here you have pretty much in control of, okay, you've got a test coming up and you have to study these 4 chapters or these 8 chapters and these 3 subjects. What about life? You have no idea what that's going to throw at you. Right? Okay, a quick show of hands. How many of you have used Google to give answers? Get answers for that assignment? Even the teachers can raise hands. Yeah? Because saas bhi kabhi bahu thi, everybody is in the same boat. Right? So you know that you've used more Google than your previous generation has. There's no doubt about it. Right? Does that mean you know it all? Something new is on the block. That'll keep happening. How many of you have heard of Chat GPT? How many of you have used it for your assignments? Nobody yet. So see, you're already obsolete. Does that feel good? Your grandparents were always tough with technology. Getting your grandparents to use technology was always tough. In the case of the elders over here, getting your parents to use technology was always tough. And some of you can say, I have the same problem. But technology is changing so rapidly. If you've not used Chat GPT, then do it. Do it right now. It is AI. The kind of answers it throws at you is mind-boggling. So I met ma'am who's a nutritionist. You can use it to create a diet plan specifically for vegetarian in 10 seconds. 10 seconds, ma'am. Right? You may disagree with some of the answers, but then it's AI. AI basically depends on the quantity of data that you train it with, and with the amount of data that people are throwing at it right now, it's learning and learning very fast. What that means is the kind of answers that you get today and the kind of answers that you get after 3 months or 3 years is going to be massively different. So the key point, and you have the advantage of age with you right now, to deal with this uncertain world is to be curious. Be lifelong curious. For the elders over here, how many of you started using computers after you graduated? All of us. All of us who are above a certain age started using computers after we graduated. Option nahi tha, pehle tha hi nahi. If somebody says that, no, I used computers earlier, you have to say, boss, it's okay. We know what you're talking about. So if you're lifelong curious, and you'll have to keep on learning new things on your own. Because like I said, life doesn't come with a syllabus. How many of you use the mobile phone or technology to learn something new? And I'm talking of those above a certain age right now, beyond school. How many of the teachers learn on your own using technology? How many of you learn on Coursera? How many of you learn on Udemy and whatever? How many of you learn a language on Duolingo? Fantastic, you're my friends. So, it's a journey that you're entering now, a new phase of life that you're entering now, where, unlike here, where you've got a wonderful, caring set of teachers, and the teacher to student ratio must be very, very healthy over here, but that's not always going to be the case. Which goes on to the second point that I want to talk about, that this was a cocoon that you're living in. If you're going on to go to another university, another college, another country, right, you're suddenly going to be facing hundreds of students who've competed very hard to get there, right? And what happens when somebody has been competing very hard to get there? Your competition has been usually restricted to your school, and that's always the case. For every school child, the competition is always at school. If you've got a school with 100 people, 500 people, you're competing against 500 people. Here, you've got a smaller number, but high quality students, right? The moment you cross and go there, competition is going to get that much harder. I don't know how much harder, but it's probably going to be 10x. Does that mean it's bad? No, it's not. All of you have the advantage of being with a lovely set of teachers, and you have the advantage of having above average IQ. But in addition to IQ, I'm sure the kind of talks that I've had with Principal Sir is not only do you have a higher IQ than average, you also have an above average EQ. Right? And I'm sure your teachers are taking good care of that. But the moment you get out in the world outside, you will have to up your game. You'll have to work that much harder. Most of you. Right? How many of you are planning to go abroad? How many of you are planning to start your own business? You can also raise your hands here. I'm sorry, I'll keep shuttling between them and you all. How many of you plan to go abroad? It's a common question for both of you. How many of you plan to start your own business? I love these guys. It takes courage to do that, and I'm proud of you. How many of you plan to go in for a government job? Compliments, sir. I don't have a single show of hands. It's very different when I go to some other colleges. Right? How many of you want to be in the government or be the government and change the world? I've got one show of hand. Okay, very good. Half hands. Only half hands. Make a full-fledged effort. Raise your hand fully. Good. Whatever you do, it will require a lot of hard work. There's no option around that, right? And the third point, of course, is consistency. If you want to get ahead in life, you'll have to be kind of consistent. Whatever field you're choosing, you may make some changes here and there because technology is changing very fast, the world is changing very fast. But kind of, you have to have your compass which tells you that is my true north. That's the big problem that I'm looking to solve. So while you're looking at, you want to do, I don't know what, engineering, arts, history, economics, whatever field you may have chosen, entrepreneurship, whatever field you've chosen. But I hope some of you are looking at that this is the big problem that I'm looking to solve. Have any of you got that aha moment yet? That this is the problem I want to solve in life? Something that hurts you, something that you don't like, something that you see every time and you feel like saying that, okay, this requires some solution. I don't have the solution yet, but I know I'm going to get at it. Any of you? One hand. Okay. Any of you here? Whatever is that problem that you've identified, go all out and attack it. And choose, get jobs along the way which kind of take you in that direction. Get education along the way that takes you in that direction. Because if you've kind of figured out the problem you want to solve and you don't have the solution yet, it doesn't matter if you have the solution or not. It matters whether you have the grit and resilience to keep on hitting at that problem till you get it right. Right? Great. So, I think I'm kind of done with my 10 minutes, sir. But all the best to all of you on this side of the stage. All the best to all of you. I'm sure you'll do great in life. It doesn't matter whether you're a chatur or a rancho. But kind of make sure that you go back to the world, try and solve the big problem that you're looking to solve. Be a happy child, be a happy adult, and in whatever way you can, change the world. Thank you and God bless.